God shed his grace on thee.
And there is none better, on cue, dotting every I and every T, representing our Constitution, the history of this country, the ideals of what liberty means. Would you please welcome Congressman Tom McClintock.
It's come to this. All of the debt accumulated from the very first day of the George Washington administration until the very last day of the George W. Bush administration is going to double in the next 5 years and triple in the next 10 years under the budget that Barack Obama has already signed earlier this year. We're supposed to believe that the same government that gave us FEMA is going to bring efficiency to our hospitals. We're supposed to believe that the same government that runs the IRS is going to bring compassion and understanding to our doctors' offices. Something is stirring across our nation, something that we haven't seen in many decades. Something that the Obama left does not understand and cannot possibly comprehend. It is called the American spirit. Many times a day I'm asked a simple question by folks who have never been involved in politics, who've never even attended a public meeting, but who sense that their nation is in danger and who are rising to meet that danger. And the question is simply this: what can I do? Well, there's only one way to answer that question. It was first given by the great abolition leader, Frederick Douglass, to a young protege who asked him one day, "Mr. Douglass, what can I do?" And Frederick Douglass looks at him and he responds with 3 words: agitate, agitate, agitate. The Obama left may have supermajorities in both houses of our Congress. They might have the most left-wing president in the history of our country. They might have most of the media and the union bosses. But they have lost the American people.
Also found out that they like to be tooting their horns today, but you know something about government. They're not allowed to toot their horns today. It's an $800 ticket. So how about we make a lot of noise right now and thank all of the farmers and the big rigs and the 18-wheelers left here.
The last time we were here on dreaded April 15th, we asked you to stand with us against Proposition 1A, which was on the May 19th special election ballot. That proposition would have extended the $12 billion in taxes that were already jammed down our throats by the politicians in February. You listened, and together we beat the political establishment. We opposed Proposition 1A for several reasons. As you recall, the spending limit, they said, oh, come on, you guys, this is spending limit. The spending limit was phony, and everybody knew it. The package of ballot measures, of which Prop 1A was just one, Props 1A through 1F, had no real reforms, and of course, there was that little thing about the $16 billion of extended taxes. We were told by the political establishment that the 28 total billion in higher taxes, that this was the only way to solve the budget crisis. Well, when we led the charge against this plan, we sent a message that there was another way: cut spending.
I want you to decide today, decide this day, what nation you're going to have. Decide this day what you're going to leave for your children. Decide if you're free or you're a slave. If you're independent or dependent. Decide this day, but act tomorrow. taxing achievement. Stop taxing what I make, because folks, that meant you a slave. I don't want slavery. I don't want to be treated better on a plantation. Let me tell you about the plantation, folks, in case you don't know about the plantation. First off, the plantation, it was a 100% employment rate. Everybody had a job, but they had no income. Their income, what they produced, was taken from them. Everybody had government housing. Everybody had government medical treatment. They worked and they died. That's slavery. We are Americans. The whole world look at us because we are a unique experiment of mankind. The history of this world is tyranny of the people. The history is tyranny. But we have said, we have declared, we have stood up in history and said, we, these people, every square foot of ground I stand on is my ground. We're free. I've had enough of them telling me that I'm different, separated by my differences. I'm a black American, you're a white American. I'm from the East Coast, you're from the West Coast. I'm rich, you're poor. I tell you what, folks, we have now woken up. What we're saying is that we are Americans and you're a tyranny. You got to go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,